Hi everyone, my name is Martin Wasielewski, also go by the name Wasse. I'm a passionate father with moments of greatness, but also many mistakes. And parenthood is definitely one of the things I've pursued that has been the most challenging. I'm also a freelance coach. I help companies with their context-specific opportunities and challenges. And often that includes work on how to organize, collaborate, and produce utility. This includes topics such as product management, strategy, discovery, and delivery, also leadership and agile. I work with companies such as Spotify, King, Acast, and the likes. So in the last 10 years or so, the number of people that call themselves Agile coach have increased explosively, and this includes myself. So if you do a quick search on LinkedIn, you'll find that there is 360,000 globally, and 8,000 of those are in Sweden. So I thought that it would be a great asset to identify which of these coaches are the great ones. So in this talk, I'll share a list of signs that recognizes great coaches. I'll also share a few of the effects that these signs have on the conditions. And the main message I would like you to take away, or the message that I would like to convey, is that mainly great Agile coaches are highly contextual, and they also create self-awareness for themselves and the people and organizations they work with. Also a bit of warning, if you're here to seek the absolute truth, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. So my list is heavily biased and also incomplete. What's on the list and what's not is a deliberate choice that I've made. And I've included what I find most relevant for the time being. And it's based on my current view, or my view on the current state of the community, on my own coach experience, my cooperations with other coaches, and feedback that I've received from organizations I've worked with in the past 10 years. And those organizations have mainly been tech organizations that are faced with considerable uncertainty and complexity. The first sign that you could be working with a great Agile coach is that they display an understanding for when things under the Agile umbrella are both useful and when it's not useful. One of the effects this has is it enables discussion to center on the utility of things, meaning discussions about what's useful about it and what situations might be useful and so forth. It also increases the possibility that Agile either can or has been appropriately used. So Agile principles and tools and methods are not useful in every single situation, and great coaches have an understanding of when they are useful and when they're not useful. A great coach also provides clarity on how a proposed intervention is intended to help in the specific situation. So this increases clarity and understanding of the purpose within intervention. Also, reasoning and assessment of the expected outcome becomes more possible. So it's absolutely not sensible nor responsible to suggest an action without having an idea on how it will benefit the specific situation. Great coaches also provide clarity on how they themselves will contribute and what they believe those contributions will lead to. This helps to set clear expectations with the people and organizations they work with. It also makes it easier for people to provide feedback. So great coaches are committed to active personal contribution and be descriptive about the intended effects. Great coaches articulate how they have acquired their experience and what that experience is based on and not based on. This increases the chance that people feel comfortable to speak up. Also, discussions about what experience is preferred in a specific situation are more likely to happen. And great coaches build self-awareness and are transparent about their own level of knowledge. Great coaches also show sign that they that they learn from unexpected events. And this invites people's curiosity and openness to learn, while it also becomes more likely to identify when seemingly insignificant things in reality have a tremendous importance. So very seldom things go precisely as expected. An unexpected outcome is a great indicator that insights can be made, and great coaches lean into the unexpected. Great coaches also shares and asks for relevant learnings from previous situations. This increases the chance that people share their own individual knowledge and experience. It also helps to identify a more diverse set of options to choose from at any given point. Great coaches have acquired practical experience and learnings that they share appropriately. Great coaches also identifies what is currently working adequately. So this encourages improvements to be done incrementally, iteratively, and continuously. It also increases the chances that conditions are broken down into steps with distinct utility and purpose. So acknowledging the present and the efforts that people have spent on creating it is key. And I've noticed that this is easily forgotten by many coaches out there. Great coaches show transparency about their own level of uncertainty. This helps other people to contribute with their own experiences, and also makes it easier to find ways to work through complex situations. Great coaches have found ways to manage discomfort with sharing their own sense of uncertainty. Coaches also surface and highlights ambiguity among the group. So this increases shared understanding among people. It also helps to identify more options to choose from. And having high levels of ambiguity can be a sign that you are in a complex domain. My last two signs that I've included on this list is that great coaches are trusted by the people that they engage with, and the same people are able to tell stories of when the coach's contributions were useful to them. There's also signs that I haven't yet been able to identify, or I've chosen to leave out of this particular list. Very important to be aware of is that many of these signs that are presented should be visible. If they're not visible, the effects I presented aren't representative and could even be the opposite in some cases. So if a coach isn't displaying most of these signs, they aren't yet a great coach, and there is plenty of room for that coach to grow. Thank you. Thanks for listening.